In this ukulele video, I am going to blow you away. So you want to stick around for this one because in this one, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to surprise you. Trust me, I'm going to surprise you. This is the under $200 ultimate ukulele buying guide. Welcome to You Collect the Pros. I'm Terry Carter. Thank you for being here. Actually, this is going to be a fantastic video. But first of all, I appreciate it that you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, and just are here, leave a comment, and be active in this video. I'm going to blow you away because when you think of ukuleles, or ukuleles, whatever you want to pronounce it, under $200, you think of just sopranos, you just think of laminate woods. But in this video, we're going to get into some concert size and some solid tops. And I'll tell you why that's so beneficial in a little bit, and also one with a pickup. So this is going to be a great video. I do have other videos in this series under $100 ukuleles, under $300 ukuleles. I have baritone videos, and I have this amazing dream ukulele one, which is going to have really high-end ukuleles. So we'll put links to those below, but check those videos as well. All right, so I got a few different brands here. What could be in this video? Let me show you exactly what we're going to go over. First, we got the Koaloha Koalana Soprano. We got the Ohana CKS 22E. That's the one with the pickup. We got the Romero's Creation Daniel Ho ST Concert. We got the Kala Mango. This one is the MG SLNG. This is a soprano body with a concert size neck. We got one of my favorites, the Ohana SK35. We got the Cordoba 15 CSM. This is a concert. Look at that, sapphire blue. And we're going to wrap this one up with the Ohana CK14 CL. This is a Cynthia Lynn model. All right, so what's the difference between a $100 ukulele and a $200 ukulele? Well, you're just going to start raising up a little bit of the value of these instruments so they get a little bit better. They're made a little bit better, a little bit more care that's put into them. We can get into, like I mentioned earlier, some bigger sizes, not just only soprano and not just laminate wood, but we can actually get into some concert sizes. We can get into that concert long neck. We can get into solid tops, which is super, super important, and even some with electronics. So just as you keep moving up in the price range, you just keep on getting some more value, some better built instruments, and also some additional features like pickups and solid wood. All right, let's start this one off with, this is a Koaloha Koalana. This is their Trembesi. This is a little soprano. Let me play and then we'll talk about it. So this is a soprano size. This one is made out of, it's actually a laminate, but it's made out of Trembesi or monkey wood. Actually, it looks really cool. It's got some really great patterns on it. It does have the high gloss. It also has the binding on it, which I like. Now, when you say soprano, what does that mean? You're talking about the size of the body, the neck, and you're also talking about the scale length. And that's measured from the nut here to the saddle. And most sopranos are about 13 and a half, 14 inches. This one's about 13 and a half inches. So they're easy to play, easy to hold, great for kids, great to travel with. And this one, by the way, not only comes in a soprano, but it also has a concert and a tenor size. Now, the concert and a tenor do get over $200, but this soprano one is under $200. All right, next we have up the Ohana SK35. This is one of my favorite lines. If you've seen other videos, you know I talk about this. What I like about the 35 line is, one, it does come in a soprano, concert, tenor, and baritone, and it has a bunch of options in it, such as pickups or cutaways, gloss finish like this one, or even satin finish. But all solid mahogany. And so this one I brought up now because it sounds so great. And the fact that you can get a all solid wood ukulele under $200 is absolutely ridiculous. So when I say laminate wood, it is like a plywood basically, and then it has a thin layer of veneer over the instrument. Okay, and so generally the laminates give a little bit of a, not so much warmth in it, a little bit of a higher end sound on it. Higher end meaning EQ, more treble sounding on it. When you get into the solid woods, you get just a much warmer, more balanced tone. So I always recommend, if possible, to get a solid top or an all solid instrument. But in this video, a lot of them are laminates, but that's kind of a little difference between a laminate and a solid wood. So the fact that this Ohana SK35 is under $200 is absolutely incredible. Let me play it for you. just a much more pleasant sound. You can just kind of feel it when you hold solid woods. I mean, they just feel a little bit better. Ohana does a fantastic job with actually all their instruments as well, but with these 35 series, actually fantastic. So again, SK35, all solid mahogany for under $200. You cannot go wrong. All right, so next on our list here is one of my buddies, Pepe Romero Jr. He is the builder of the Pepe Romero Customs, guitars, ukuleles, as well as the Romero's Creations line. So if you know Pepe, oh, by the way, everything here is on store.ukelikethepros.com. So if you like any of the stuff here, I actually do carry it on my store, which is the #1 store online. All right, back to Pepe here. Now, if you think of Pepe Romero, not only his family, the Romero family, just one of the best, fantastic classical guitar families in the entire world, but when you think of Pepe Jr., you just think of quality. I mean, high-end classical guitars, high-end handmade ukuleles, even his Romero Creations, all solid wood, beautiful, beautiful instruments, but the price is definitely a little bit up there. So the fact that we can get one for under $200 is absolutely fantastic. This is the Romero's Creation. This is a Daniel Ho. This is the ST Concert. Let me play it for you. You're going to notice a couple of things. It has a low G on it, so that's going to change the sound a little bit. And then I'll talk to you about what the heck is this? ST Concert? Don't worry, I'll clear it up for you. All right, so this is the ST Concert, and this one, another good friend of mine, Daniel Ho, amazing. What amazing guy, 6-time Grammy winner. He wanted something, and so he talked to Pepe about building him something that is easy to travel with, has a little bit of a longer neck, but yet still has a big, full sound. So they came up with the ST Concert. What does that stand for? It means the overall length from here to where my bottom hand is. That's the size of a soprano. So the overall length is soprano, but the T stands for tenor. Okay, so this body here, this is from his tiny tenor. So this is actually a tiny tenor size. And then concert, meaning the scalings. Remember we talked about that? From the nut to the saddle here, the concerts are a little bit longer than the sopranos. They're 15 inches. Remember we talked earlier, the sopranos are about 13 and a half to 14. These are a little bit longer, gives you a little bit more space on the fretboard, a little bit easier to play, especially for somebody like me that's kind of a bigger guy that has big hands. But anyway, these come with the low G, which is cool. These are laminate, and that's what keeps the price down. But with the bigger body, the low G, by the way, does have a strap button as well. But without that, it kind of helps give you a nice sound. And what a totally unique and cool look that these have. All right, so the Kala that I've included, and Kala does have a lot of different instruments, and I have other videos that have the Kalas. There's ones in the under $100 ones, but I wanted to bring this one in for this particular one. I really like this particular instrument. They did a great job on it, and they sell a lot. They sell crazy. But what I like about this one, it has the soprano body, but it has the concert neck. So similar to the Daniel Ho, but just slightly different. It's because it's a soprano body with the longer neck. Let me play, and then I'll tell you about this one. This is a Mango, by the way. The model number is KAMG. That's Mango. SLNG, and that's what the concert body and the long neck is. All right, let me check it out. All right, so one of the things that I really like about this one, and some of the differences between the other ones, one, if you notice, it has a satin finish on it. Okay, so a nice satin finish. Sometimes people say that the satin finishes allow the wood to breathe a little bit more, thus helping the sound. All right, but even though this is all laminate, it's got the Mango veneer. Remember I was telling you about the laminate? It has the Mango veneer, which is very cool. I mean, Mango wood's very expensive. If you were to buy Mango in like a Romero's Creation or a Koloha, I mean, you're talking over $1,000. So that's why this is really cool. It does come with a strap button already, but it's that soprano body, that small soprano body, and then that concert scale length. Remember the scale length, 15 inches from the nut to the saddle here, roughly, right? It's not 15 exactly. It's a little bit more, a little bit less, but 15 inches. And what else they did here is cool is that they have these kind of vintage style tuners on it. But overall, I like these instruments. They come in, they come in a tenor size, a concert size. They move really fast in my store. Remember, store.ukelikethepros.com. But this one, again, is a Kala MG SLNG. It's always hard to remember the Kala stuff. But then, again, soprano body and the concert neck. All right, next here, and I did all of these because I wanted to show you a lot of variety, okay? I wanted to show you the soprano, the laminates, the soprano in the solid wood, soprano long necks, all the kinds of different stuff. And this one is really cool and different, and still under $200. It's really, really crazy. But if you notice, this one has a solid spruce top, and then it has the laminate mahogany sides and back. By the way, this one is the Ohana. Let me see if I get it right. CKS, there it is, -22E. And this is a concert size slimline. Look at that, another thing, wanted to show you the slimline, but slimline and the spruce top, but this one actually has a pickup as well. All right, let me go ahead and play it. So the concert bodies, what I like about it is they're just easier for me to hold. I like a little bit of a bigger body. Yes, sopranos are fun. They're easy, especially if you're like at the beach or traveling around for me. But I like a little bit of a bigger body. But what's cool about this one is that slim line, okay? That really thin body makes it really easy to kind of hold and play. It does. Usually the slim line kind of takes away from some of the bass, but actually if you heard it, it sounds really good. Now, spruce top, that's something I want to talk about. You're going to see a lot of spruce top. It looks kind of plain. Right? If you look at it, it looks kind of plain, but players, builders, they love the spruce top because when that sound, when it hits off that solid spruce top, it really projects. So these tend to be pretty loud. The spruce tops have a lot of projection and have a little bit more of a brighter, crisp, bright sound as well on it. So anyway, this is a concert model, again, slimline, solid spruce top, right? So that's what I've been saying, right? Get into the solid woods if you can. And again, for under $200, you get a pickup. Absolutely fantastic. All right, next here is a Cordoba 15 CFM. This one is sapphire blue. Now I like this one. One, it's a full concert, so you definitely feel it when you're holding the normal size thickness versus that slim line. You can definitely feel it. I like it, but you can definitely feel a little bit. And it has a cool sapphire blue. Now, this one is all laminate, but just because it's a concert, you get that bigger body, that little bit wider body, you're gonna have a fairly bigger sound than a soprano. Let's check it out. All right, so you notice that it's got a little bit more of that deepness, that mid-range, that bass sound as well. So don't forget, all of these videos or all these ukuleles are at store.ukuleletoPros.com. And also, as I mentioned earlier, we have other videos. We have under $100, under $300. We have dream ukuleles. We have baritone stuff. So we have a lot of other videos like this one where you can hear a lot of the different brands that you see out there quite a bit. Anyway, this one again is a Cordoba 15 CFM. This is the sapphire blue. It also does come in red as well. All right, so our last ukulele for this one is, we're going back to the Ohana, but before we get there, I just want to thank you again for being here. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell notification. Leave a comment below. Do you have any of these? Do you like any of these instruments? I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. And again, all this stuff, store.ukuleletoPros.com. Now I'm going back to the Ohana here. I love Ohana. They're a great company, and I like their like under $200, even $300 range, because that's when you start getting into the solid wood, the solid tops, and you get a lot of value from Ohana. This one, the CK14CL, is their concert size. It does have the solid mahogany top, laminate sides and back. The CL is a Cynthia Lynn model. Cynthia is absolutely fantastic, good friend of mine. She's huge on YouTube. Go check her out. This is one of several of her models that she has with Ohana. All right, let's check it out. All right, so a couple of key features. I already mentioned the solid top, solid mahogany. So this one has a nice crisp sound. It's a little bit bigger because it has that concert body on it. It does have the flowers here inlay on the neck, and it does have the Cynthia Lynn right there on the headstock. But again, great instrument. And by the way, all of these, if they don't come with a gig bag, some of them do. If they don't, I'm going to supply a gig bag for you. And then don't forget, I mean, if you're getting this stuff, check out the other options we have up there. You might want to think about getting a custom setup, maybe adding some strap buttons and getting a strap, maybe getting a book and getting some stuff that it goes along with it. And also, by the way, if you're getting anything with solid wood, solid top or all solid, definitely get a humidifier with that. A Boveda, Oasis, definitely. You got to protect your investment. All right, let's get on out of here. I wanted to grab a couple ukes here for this last little outro video, but I appreciate you being here. I hope you learned something about the woods, the laminate, the solid woods. You got to hear a bunch of different ukuleles, and hopefully you got something out of this video. Now, if you're ready to also become a better ukulele player, check out ukelikethepros.com. That's my instructional site. We got premium memberships. We got courses for all kinds of levels, beginning, intermediate, advanced. We also got baritone. We also got guitar lele. And if you do buy an instrument from me at store.ukelikethepros.com, you are going to get access to that material. So anyway, thanks again for being here. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.